I am back here in Amarillo for day 5 of the June vlog challenge. This is day 5 of 30, and I am here to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, and then also recap what's happened the last 18 to 24 hours or so. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I am also I'm on YouNow currently, but I'm going to check on my YouTube right now because it should be up there on my YouTube that I am live as well. So let me go check on that real quick. Okay, I'm not on there yet, but that's okay. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, I'm live on there now. Awesome. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm kind of tired. I've been traveling the past few days, so I'm pretty exhausted. Okay, so save that. Alright, so anybody on YouNow? It says I have one person watching on YouNow, and I think that's myself. I love it when it's like, somebody's watching, and then you go to look, and it's like, it's you. You dumb son of a... You know, whatever. Alright, there we go. Somebody's watching right now. What happened to the Madden vids? The Madden videos, I had to take a break on doing so because I love it when random stuff falls in the background that shouldn't fall. Anyway, the Madden videos are on hiatus right now. We're like halfway through the current season. Fridays just became a little bit more complicated, like scheduling wise. So I will get back to doing the Madden videos as soon as possible, and I will definitely be coming up with a new series whenever the new one comes out in August. So I'm pretty excited about that, to say the least. Okay, anybody else watching on YouNow right now? Nobody else is watching on YouNow. But the good question, Deary. The Madden videos, I'm sorry, are postponed for right now, but I'm going to try to get a live stream of the Friday the 13th game very, very soon. I actually had a subscriber of mine that actually messaged me on Facebook last night on my Facebook page and said, "Hey," he's like, I'm a big fan of your videos, and I also play Friday the 13th, so add me on PlayStation Plus or the PlayStation Network." So I was like, okay. So I added him, and or I haven't added him yet. I haven't been on because the second he did that to me, I just fell asleep. The Doritos Heat Wave, is that a new flavor? If it's a new flavor, I'll try it. I will definitely be trying that. You know, I'll probably do like a live food review. That's one thing that kind of irritated me yesterday at the Ranger game, besides us losing, was nobody knew what the Texas Snowball was. And Chris brought it up, and it was on their menu, and it had a price and everything, but nobody knew what I was talking about. So I would have loved to have done the Texas Snowball. I also would have done the brisket mac and cheese that they had going on. That looked really, really, really good. But instead of doing that, I didn't want to fork over $13.50 to try brisket mac and cheese. So the snowball would have only cost like $9.50. So Chris and I were going to split it. But the mac and cheese, I was like, better not, better not. I am the best. Thank you. No, you're the best. Any of my Piglet comment, you are the best. If anybody would like to, anybody watching right now that would like to get put in the contest, just let me know. Just leave a comment of anything, leave a question, and I will put you in the contest. For those of you that don't know what the contest is, I'm giving away 7 digital copy codes of 7 different movies. The link is actually the movies are actually in the description, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go check to see if that... Fix that. Okay. So we'll go to day 4. Good, day 4. Gosh, excuse me. Yeah. I will probably be doing my first giveaway when description for that. There you go. So it's So we went to the game, and of course the Rangers lost. So about the fourth inning, Ashley, Chris's sister, was like, let's just go to the gift shop, see what they have at the store." So we went to the store, and Chris bought a hat, Ashley bought a shirt. You guys know that, and walked around, couldn't find the Texas Snowball anywhere. We checked like the entire first floor, because we're not allowed to go up onto the second deck because that's reserved tickets. That's like the all-you-can-eat section and like home run deck and stuff like that. So there's no way that we could get up there if I wanted to. Anyway, so after that, we went to retrieve Ashley's luggage because she left her luggage at a friend's apartment, and so we grabbed her luggage, and it was raining. It was pouring down rain when the game was over, around the time the game was over, because God was sad that the Rangers had lost. Just kidding. But so we did that, and we headed straight to In-N-Out Burger because I love you so much. Whataburger. Whataburger will always be number one, but as of right now, because we currently don't have a In-N-Out in Amarillo, In-N-Out is one of those guilty pleasures, one of those treats that my taste buds don't get to taste very often. So when I taste them, it's just like bliss. I still need to look to see the locations. If the closest one is in Lubbock, then I'm definitely probably gonna have to take a day trip to Lubbock just to get In-N-Out and just hang out in Lubbock. Do as the Lubbuckians. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what they're called. We're the Amarillians, so I don't know what the Lubbock people are called. So, so there's that, and also the rain caused like what I was wearing. I was itchy. Like, my back was itchy, and my shoulders were itchy, and my chest was itchy. So I did about, let's say, 90% of the trip in the back seat. I did it shirtless. I took my shirt off, and we were driving. I had a towel that was wrapped around me. I was like, I can't do this. So I just took my shirt off. And, of course, the three people in the car made fat jokes, and, yada, yada, yada. It's no big deal, whatever. I'm a whole lot of pork chop. Let's just say that. So that would be interesting. You never tried In-N-Out Burger? D-Reed, you gotta try In-N-Out Burger. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. Okay, so there's that. And so we just drove, and Chris and I's friend Kyler, which you guys kind of met at the Top Golf when I live streamed at the Top Golf in Dallas. Let's see. He drove about 90% of the time. Hey, what's going on, Chris Forrest? How you doing? So he drove about 90% of the time, and the stories that we talked about were very interesting because there was a few times that we talked about getting pulled over, which he's been pulled over 3 times and has yet to get a ticket. I've been pulled over 4 times and have gotten 1 ticket in my entire life. Very interesting conversation. We talked about high school, and we talked about the people we used to hang out in high school. Thanks, Chris Forrest. I greatly appreciate the comment. Thank you. Thanks for saying that the vids are great. Do you want to enter the contest? I will put your name in a contest right now if you want to be entered in the contest. Read the description down below for details. So we talked about high school, the people we hung out in high school, some of the people that we hung out with that are now kind of weird and into like weird drugs, and they're married or pregnant or whatever. It's like how things have changed and how things are weird compared to how they were before. And then we talked about the high school rivalry, which is Amarillo High and Tascosa, which any of my local piglets that are watching this, that's like one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Texas, in my opinion. And at one point, it was actually considered to be put on like ESPN2. They were actually going to broadcast the game on ESPN2 a couple of years ago. All right, Chris, I'll get you entered into that contest. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, sir. Also, please like the video if you haven't already. The rivalry is, we talked about what we call Hell Week, which I'm sure every single rivalry team has Hell Week. We talked about, how if you were under the age of 18, you couldn't buy eggs or toilet paper at the supermarkets or at Walmart or wherever, because my Snapchat is just my name, Colin Portchop, capital K PC. So that's my Snapchat. The thing we talked about some of the pranks that the schools did on each other. Like Amarillo High was, we painted their logo out front of their school gold, because that's our school colors, black and gold. And then they were going to attempt to paint our practice field goalposts red, but somebody tipped off the cops, and there were cops monitoring the practice field all night that night. So they didn't get to do that. And then there was one where they had like Tascosa kids that were walking the halls of the Amarillo High on the Amarillo High campus, and they were lighting like stink bombs and stuff off in the hallways. So that's their idea of a prank. And what they did is I think my sophomore year, they actually filled up balloons full of red paint, and they drove by the front of the campus, and they were throwing the balloons, and they were going to get our campus out in front had AHS, and it's like Emerald High School, obviously. And they tried to throw the balloons at the thing, and they missed every single time. There was red paint around the garden of the statue, the monument, but there was nothing. there was no sign of any red paint on the AH or S, because I had to wait there a couple times to get picked up after class back when I was in high school. So we talked about that. We talked about our funny what's up, Rodriguez? Applause. Okay, thank you, Kane. Greatly appreciate you, Kane. Greatly appreciate you. So we got Kane, Elfin D, and then I got Rodriguez. Rodriguez, how's it going? So yeah, thanks a lot, Kane. I greatly appreciate the applause. You're awesome. Okay, would any of y'all on YouNow like to be entered into the contest for a digital copy code? Let me know, and I will get you in the contest. I will get you added. Yes, Chris, I do add people back. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I will go add you right now. And if you're like the last person that tried to add me off of YouTube or YouNow, which you're probably not. Let's see, Chris Forrest, add. Okay, so when I started, after the first live stream I did after day one, this guy added me. And he's like, "What's your Snapchat name?" So I added him, and then he added me, and then he sent me a picture, or he sent me a video of him jiggling his ass. And I was like, "Okay." So I just blocked him because I didn't want to see any, what was he, 19-year-old ass. He was 19, so I didn't want to see any more 19-year-old guy ass. So I got rid of him. All right, thanks, Chris. Thanks for it. What's up, bro? Nothing much, man. What's up with you? You want to enter the contest? I will get you into the contest. All you have to do is comment on either on here or on YouNow or YouTube, and I'll get you into the contest. Greatly appreciate it. Thank every single one of y'all watching right now. And also, sorry for not having a food review up this Thursday for some reason. For some reason, I accidentally had it set for... Okay, so Kane, I'll get you in the contest. It had it set for this Thursday to be uploaded, and I swear that I had it reserved for last Thursday. So, okay, so never mind. That video will be up on Thursday. And I do have a couple of other ones filmed that I have to get to, but I have to go over to a client's house tomorrow that has hired me to edit a presentation for their anniversary, for their wedding anniversary. So that'll be interesting, to say the least. It shouldn't take me more than a couple of hours. This person was like, It's going to take you like 3 days to do this, isn't it? And I'm like, no, it'll probably take me about an hour, 2 hours. Because I tried to work on it, what they gave me, because they gave me a flash drive with the songs they wanted and with the pictures, or the slideshow that they made on PowerPoint. And when I transferred it from their PC to my Mac, all the pictures on the PowerPoint were gone. They were absolutely just gone. So I was like, hey, I know that you're out on a cruise right now for your anniversary. I was like, but whenever you get back into town, I need to see you ASAP. So they said, okay. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. I believe that was you that left the second like. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am, Chris. You're sir. I looked at your Snapchat thing. It looked like a guy. Hopefully it's a guy, because I don't want to insult anybody. Okay, so there we go. So we jumped from 20 seconds to 9th on Ask Questions. So there we go. Ask questions on YouNow. Ask questions on YouTube. And let's just make this a thing, shall we? Because I'm going to stream for, what time is it? I'm going to stream for another about 13 minutes or so. And then I got to start getting ready for work, because I go to work at 5 and it's now 3:49 about. So yeah, there's that. I guess I could talk to you guys about my arrest stories. Not arrest. I was never arrested. Getting pulled over stories. It's funny where the mind goes whenever, certain situations are involved. Okay, so I've been pulled over 4 times. Gotten 1 ticket, like I've said. First time I got pulled over was in a snowstorm. When I used to work at the church, whenever I first did my June vlog challenge, when I worked at the church, I was a janitor working at this church. How many times can I say church in this sentence? And I had forgotten to do something. And it was a Saturday night, and they were going to be obviously having service the next morning. So I drove back to the church, which was about, I would say, like about 12 blocks away from my grandma's house. And so I drove there in a snowstorm. Like it was, we had a really bad snowstorm that weekend, but it was just starting Saturday night. So it just started the next morning. It was awful. But I was driving, excuse me, and I went into the turning lane to turn onto the street where the church is, and I got red blue lights flashing behind me, and I was like, oh crap. And I was like, this is the first time I've been pulled over, so I'm nervous, I'm freaking out. So I pull into the gas station right next to the turn lane, and the cop pulls me over. And so the cop pulls me over, and he gets out, and he's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to let you know that your license plate light is out. So just give me your ID, and we'll call it good." So I gave him my ID. He read it, and he's like, "Okay, all right." He scans it, and he's like, "All right, thank you. Have a great night. Just get that fixed." And he left. I was like, "Okay." That was my first experience. I'm like, are they all going to be like this? Because that was like quick. I think it was like 42 or 43 seconds when all this happened, if not a couple of minutes. So that was the first time I got pulled over. The second time I got pulled over, this was about 6 months after I got pulled over for the first time. Thanks for entering on the competition. And no problem. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Greatly appreciate it. So the second time I got pulled over, this was like in June or July of the next year, because I got pulled over in like November, December. And my buddy and I were driving around at this time. He was my buddy at the time. Now we're not so much friends at all. Not really friends at all. So he was showing me the place where he was getting his car fixed, because his car needed some work. So we took it to a body shop out in the middle of nowhere between Amarillo and Bushland. So we were driving around. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, all right, let me show you where I'm getting my car worked on. So I'm driving, and he shows me. All right, Chris, have a good one. So he shows me, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, you did it. Way to go, man. You want to enter the contest? Just let me know. Just give me a comment. That's all I'm asking for now. Is just a comment, and I'll get you in the contest. So, the he shows me the body shop. So I pull onto the street, and we're looking, and he's like, "There it is." And I was like, "Cool." Like I didn't know what else to think. Like it's a pretty big building. So it's like cool, and I can actually see his car like on behind the chain link fence. I was like, "Oh, there's your car." He's like, "Yeah, cool." So we drive back around, and the cop was sitting between these two buildings with his headlights off. So we didn't even get to see the cops. All right, man, I'll get you into the contest, and greatly appreciate it. Also, could you leave a like? Oh, you probably already did. Thank you for that. Oh wow, Kane. All right, so hold on. Postpone the story. You're getting pulled over. Gotta go. Yeah, exactly. So the cop turns his headlights on, and then turns his lights on, and pulls me over. And he starts walking up, and he's like, he looks at my friend, and he looks at me. He's like, how you boys doing tonight? I was like, good, officer. How about you, sir? He's like, oh, I'm doing fine. He's like, I pulled you over because your license plate light is out. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because my sister was dating a mechanic at the time, so he pretty much bought the bulb and put it in for free. So he probably did a half-assed job because the bulb didn't last 6 months. So I was like, damn it. He's like, I also pulled y'all over because the body shop's been experiencing a lot of break-ins lately, people stealing stuff. And I was like, oh, like I can guarantee you, officer, we are not stealing anything. We are not stealing anything. Believe me, no, we're not stealing anything. And he's like, oh, I understand. He was like, I just have, I have to patrol it because that's my duty for the night. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. He's like, all right, just get that light fixed, and y'all have a great night. Y'all head home. And we looked at each other like, it is the summer. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. At the time, we were both single. It's like, we're going to go hang out. We're going to go do something. And I think we went and ate at, like, IHOP that night, and then went home. I got home at, like, 3 o'clock in the morning that day. So, okay. And then the third time I got pulled over, I actually did get a ticket. When my fiance used to live in Portales, I would have to drive to and fro, pretty much every other weekend. Williams, you're so big and cool. All right, yeah, thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else want to enter the contest, just let me know, and I'll get your name in the contest. So, I was driving from Portales to Amarillo, which is about 2 hours. It's a 2-hour drive, and I was speeding. Not gonna lie, I was speeding. I'm a Texan. We speed. We speed everywhere we go. The speed limit says 75, but my heart says, go 85, see what happens. So I was going 85, and I had my music blaring. Like, I was not paying attention to anything behind me at all. And so I just happened to look in my rearview mirror, and I see red and blue lights. I'm like, oh, shit. I looked at my gauge. Because I had my cruise set at 85, so I was just driving. And so I obviously stopped, and I pulled over. And the cop pulls me over on the side of the road, and he walks, because he's not going to walk onto oncoming traffic. So he walks to my passenger window and taps on it. And then I was shouting at him through the window, like, it doesn't roll down. It doesn't roll down, officer. I'm sorry. It doesn't roll down. So he opens the passenger door, and he's like, license registration, please. I'm like, yes, sir. So I gave him my ID. And then my registration, I had my registration, but it was expired. And I forgot to change out the expired one for the renewed one. So the renewed one was sitting on my desk, actually right here in Amarillo, and I got pulled over in Dimmitt, Texas, which is like literally like 2 minutes outside of Hereford is where I got pulled over. So I almost made it home. I was almost home when I got pulled over. So what did the cop do now? So the cop, I was like, okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. And so he's like, just wait here so I can go run your information. And so, like when a cop takes his sweet time, you get to sit there and you get to think about things, How did I get here? Why am I here? Do I deserve to get this ticket? I was speeding, but do I deserve to get this ticket? Just like things like that, like run through your mind. So like like Kyle Kinane, the comedian, says, like when he got arrested, he's like they put you in a jail cell and you get to sit there and contemplate your life. It was like that's me when I got pulled over. I sat there and I got to contemplate my life. So I sat there and he was like, all right. He's like, you know how fast you were going? And I was like, was I going 80 by any chance? He's like, no, sir, you're going 85. I'm like, oh, sorry, officer. I had no idea I was going that fast. He's like, it's okay. I'm just going to write you a ticket. Here you go. You have 2 weeks to pay the ticket, and you have 2 weeks to call the judge here in Dimmitt, and have a nice day. I was like, thank you, sir. Fudge. So I got into Hereford, got gas, because I was at like a quarter of a tank, and I pulled over. And I texted my girlfriend at the time. Now she's my fiance. And I was like, hey, I just got my first speeding ticket. And she was like, what? And so I told her the story. And she was like, you should be proud of yourself. I'm like, why should I be proud of myself that I got a speeding ticket? And she was like, you're 23. At the time I was 23. This was a couple of years ago. She's like, you're 23 and you just now got your first speeding ticket. She's like, I've had like an X amount of speeding tickets before I even hit the age of like 18. And I was like, well, I guess when you put it that way, it's great. So it was a pain in the ass because every time I tried to call the judge was either out of town or they would take like 4-hour lunches or what have you. So I never got a hold of them until the day before my ticket was due. And they're like, oh, yeah, because at this point, because my grandma was like, maybe they'll let you off because it's been a pain in the ass. And I was like, okay, cool. So I decided to call them and be like, hey, I've been trying to get hold of y'all for like 13 days. I mean, it's a real pain. It's a real pain, but I mean, I finally got a hold of somebody. And they're like, oh, okay, just pay the ticket by tomorrow and you won't get in trouble. I was like, what? Please just let me off this ticket. It was like a $150 ticket. I had to do a money order, and I was just like, oh, okay. So I did the money order and paid the ticket. Everything was fine. That was an interesting 2 weeks of my life because I couldn't get a hold of anybody to save my life. You know that it's funny if you get pulled over and had to wait long to start playing the police theme song. The bad boys, what you gonna do? Okay, Burke's watching. I do play GTA 5. Yes, every once in a while I do play GTA 5. Yeah, I play the bad boys theme. For cops, and it's a good thing I wasn't listening to NWA's "Fuck the Police." That would have been very, very awkward, extremely awkward if I was listening to that. It's like that Chris Rock skit. If you're listening to "Fuck the Police" while you're getting pulled over by the police, it's just ignorant. You're just ignorant. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the last getting pulled over story, and then I'm out of here for the day. Excuse me. So the story is very, very interesting. Okay, so I'm out on delivery. This was when I was at work. Actually, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was at work on my last delivery for the night. So it's about 11 o'clock, 11:15 at night. I'm taking my last delivery before I go home. So what do we got here? Fabilano is watching? All right, well, thanks for watching. And then Sir Bacon is watching as well, so that's fantastic. Sorry if you can hear somebody in the background. My nephew's getting yelled at for not complying. So I get pulled. Okay, so I'm driving to this house, which is like, all right, just give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. No big deal. So the cop. Okay, I was doing everything right. Like I stopped at a red light, turned left onto the street, came to a stop sign where I needed to turn, and I turned left onto another street to get there. Was this Ariel? Ariel, is that how you say your name, Ariel? Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, guest me. I will guest you next time. I'm actually about to get out of here. Sorry. I just had this little quick story to tell, and then I'm out of here. So, I came to the stop sign. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to get going. I got to start getting ready for work. I got to go to work in about 30 minutes. Next time, I promise. Hopefully, next time. So I come to the stop at the stop sign, but I notice that there's a car behind me. You can tell me right now on the message if you want to. But so there was somebody behind me, but I didn't know it was a cop. And so I turned left onto the street, and then right as I got to the front of the house, he turns his lights on. And when he turns his lights on, my heart just sank because it's right in front of this house that I'm supposed to be delivering to, right in front of my last delivery. And luckily they had like a shed that was like in the way of like the front windows of the house. Otherwise they would have seen me. They'd have seen their pizza guy getting pulled over. So I pull over to the side, and the cop, I roll down my window, and it's raining, but I roll down my window, and the cop was like, "You know why I pulled you over?" I'm like, "No, I have no idea why you pulled me over." And he's like, "You didn't use your turn signal back there at the stop sign, so I pulled you over." I'm like, "Really? You're going to pull me over for that?" I was like, "Come on, man." I was thinking to myself, "Come on, man." And he was like, "All right, just give me your license and registration, and I'll be right back." So this cop was a nice guy, but he's taking his sweet time doing all this. So my GPS is literally like, you're like 30 feet from your destination. And I just see the arrival time just go up and 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 up. That, I was supposed to be there at like 11:20, and then 11:21, 22, 23. Finally, about 11:43, the cop comes back to my door and was like, he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm just going to let you off with the warning tonight. Be sure to use that turn signal. Have a great night." I was like, "Oh," I literally said out loud, "Oh, thank God," when he said I was getting let off with a warning. That was very interesting to say the least, because he kind of looked at me like, "Okay." So I was like, "Oh, thank God." And he's like, "So you out tonight? You picking somebody up or something?" I was like, "No, I'm actually at work right now, trying to deliver this pizza." Because I had my Pizza Planet shirt on, and then I had the pizza and the salad sitting in my passenger seat. And he's like, "Oh, okay, just have a great night, and take it easy." I'm like, "You too, officer, thank you." So, the second he walks to his car, I just, unbuckle, and I just haul it to this house, and I knock on their door. And when they open the door, the second they open it, just reeking of weed just in my face. Just a stench of weed. And I was like, "Oh, man." I was like, "Okay, so this cop pulled me over for this when there's people in this neighborhood smoking pot, and you can clearly smell it." I was like, "Okay, all right, awesome." But the people were cool. They were nice. They gave me like a $5 tip for just a medium pizza and a salad, which is actually a pretty good tip. So they give me the tip. I give them the food, and they come. I walk back to my car very slowly because I don't want to get charged for jaywalking or whatever. And my turn signal works when it wants to. It's not 100% effective. So I wait for this cop to leave. So I'm sitting in my car and he's sitting in his car with his lights off. And finally he turns his headlights on and he drives off. And the house that I went to is 3 houses down, was a main street called Georgia. And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to see something here." Because he gets in the right-hand turning lane. So he gets in the right-hand turning lane. And he stopped there for a second. He's looking both ways. He's looking to the left. And nobody's coming. So he goes. He turns without using a turn signal. He turns onto Georgia without using a turn signal. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I sat there for 2 minutes and was just laughing. Really? I get pulled over for this, and this is what the cops do. It's I love cops. Cops are, here to protect and serve and all that. Awesome. Love cops. But I was like, "Really, dude?" Really, really bad lapse of judgment there. I do have to say so myself. So I got back to the restaurant, and I had to tell my manager why I was late, because I was supposed to deliver the pizza and then go directly to the back and start doing dishes so we can close and get out of there for the night. Non-notice. Kitty, is that how you say it? Kitty, how you doing? How you doing? Glad you stopped by. Glad you're watching. But actually about to get out of here, so thank you guys for watching. So even my manager was like, "People are so stupid." So he was like, "Okay, whatever, it's fine. You're not in trouble. It's whatever." because a lot of things have happened. Like I actually got stuck in the mud. That's a story for tomorrow. If anybody wants to watch that tomorrow. Thank you, Sir Bacon. Greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I got to get ready for work, like I said. Maybe I can get this person on tomorrow. If they want to come back tomorrow, I will try to get that. Look at his channel. 5 was killing his Grand Theft Auto 5. Go to Valley YouTube channel. I know him. He does GTA 5. Well, if I have time, I will definitely try to swing by and try to look at his content. I will definitely try to do that. There we go. They get attracted. You should have recorded that doing wrong and provide them wrong as well. What's the fastest speed you've ever done without noticing? Okay, I'm going to answer this question real quick and I'm going to get out of here. Hey, what's up, Alex? Awesome stream. Thanks, man. Alright, so the fastest I've ever gone, I think, without me noticing, is 95. When I was heading back from Portales, back home to Amarillo. That's the fastest I think I've ever clocked myself, and then I'm kind of like, oh, shit. That's 20 over the speed limit. Better slow down here. Noticing, but I have hit like over 100 miles per hour before. But in Texas, it's easy to do that, especially when you're on empty roads and streets. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to get out of here. It's 5 ways to kill. Okay, 5 ways to kill GTA 5. Alright, thank y'all so much. Thanks for all the contest entries that you guys are in. If you want to get put in the contest, just comments. Just have fun. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe, even though I just said that I've done over 100 miles per hour in my car before. But that was just one time. I did that one time. Like I said, in Texas, it's easy to do that on empty streets. So, guys, y'all take it easy. I will be back here tomorrow. Probably not the same time. I got a lot of things to do tomorrow, so hopefully I can get on here at a decent time tomorrow. So, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. And always remember my little piglets call it Port Shop loves y'all the most. So, y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. And I just got a fist bump, so fist bump. Bye, guys. Thank y'all.